Taylor Sheridan's new Yellowstone replacement sounds better than his sequel plan. Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone is sadly coming to an end in late 2024, but the good news is that various spin-offs are in the works, even though the most exciting replacement show coming from Sheridan has nothing to do with the formerly Kevin Costner-led series. The Paramount Network neo-Western drama TV series, created by Sheridan and John Linson, premiered in June 2018, and the show has only grown in popularity over the seasons. Nevertheless, Yellowstone will end with Season 5 following Costner's exit as John Dutton from the series. The Paramount Network split Yellowstone Season 5 into two parts, with the first one's finale airing in January 2023. Meanwhile, Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2's release date will come almost 2 years later, in November 2024. The delay between the two halves of the season was due to the 2023 WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes and Costner's sudden exit. Nevertheless, fans will soon have to say goodbye to Yellowstone. But they will have multiple replacement shows to look forward to, including a new drama from Sheridan called Landman. Landman is an upcoming Paramount Plus neo-Western drama TV show created by Taylor Sheridan and based on Christian Wallace's 11-part Boomtown podcast. The podcast chronicles the big oil industry in the Permian Basin, located in parts of western Texas and southeastern New Mexico in the United States. So Landman follows a group of characters involved in the oil industry in modern-day West Texas, including executives and those who work on the oil rigs. The show explores how the oil industry impacts the climate, the economy, geopolitics, and everything in between. The cast of Sheridan's Landman features big names like Billy Bob Thornton as an oil company's crisis executive, Jon Hamm as an oil industry titan, and Demi Moore as Hamm's character's wife. Thankfully, those who loved Yellowstone and want to watch more of Sheridan's work don't have to wait long for his upcoming show. Landman's release date is set for Sunday, November 17, 1 week after Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2's premiere, on Paramount Plus. Its first season will consist of 10 episodes, presumably airing weekly. Landman will share some similarities with Yellowstone, as they both come from the mind of Taylor Sheridan and are neo-Westerns. However, the Paramount Plus series isn't tied to the Duttons, giving it the freedom to develop its own story without being obligated to connect to Kevin Costner's show. Meanwhile, the Yellowstone sequel series, reportedly featuring the return of Cole Hauser as Rip, Kelly Reilly as Beth, and Luke Grimes as Case, must convince the audience that it's more than just Yellowstone Season 6 without Costner. The first images of Landman are also promising as they tease an intriguing group of characters and an original conflict-driven story set in the demanding oil industry. Hopefully, the show lives up to expectations and Sheridan can create something that can replace Yellowstone while still being its own series. Of course, many should also be looking forward to the Yellowstone sequel, but Landman is undoubtedly more exciting. Taylor Sheridan seemingly pulls out all the stops for his TV shows regarding his cast, and Landman is no different. Similar to his past projects, the upcoming drama series features an all-star cast, including Billy Bob Thornton as Tommy Norris, Demi Moore as Cammy, and Jon Hamm as Monty Miller. Most notably, the Lawman cast contains actors who were big in the 1980s/1990s, Thornton and Moore, as Hamm's breakout role came in Mad Men in the 2000s, which continues a trend from Sheridan's other TV shows. Yellowstone starred Kevin Costner, of course. Meanwhile, Mayor of Kingstown had Diane Wiest. 1883 featured Sam Elliott. Tulsa King stars Sylvester Stallone. The cast of 1923 is led by Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, Special Ops. Lioness has Nicole Kidman and Morgan Freeman and Lawman. Bass Reeves featured Donald Sutherland and Dennis Quaid. Now Sheridan is continuing his record of casting famous 1980s/1990s actors and actresses in his TV series with Thornton and Moore in Landman. All these stars fit the Western, crime, and drama genres very well, and they appeal to older audiences, resulting in the show's success. Taylor Sheridan will have his hands full once Yellowstone ends after its series finale, since he has many TV shows in the works aside from Lawman. For the most part, though, the filmmaker is developing spin-offs and sequels of the Paramount Network neo-Western drama that started it all. Sheridan also has new seasons of his established series to focus on, making him one of the busiest producers, writers, and directors in the world of TV in Hollywood. The success of Yellowstone has done wonders for Sheridan, as it seems he will be booked and busy for many years to come. Taylor Sheridan, the creative force behind the modern Western juggernaut Yellowstone, has captured the hearts of millions with his intricate storytelling, complex characters, and evocative landscapes. Yet as the flagship series prepares for its final chapter, Sheridan's ambitious plans for a sequel have garnered mixed reactions. Recent rumors suggest that instead of moving forward with a direct sequel, Sheridan might pivot to an entirely new project set in the Yellowstone universe. This fresh concept has already sparked more enthusiasm than the sequel ever did, and for good reason. The sequel plan, a risky proposition. The sequel plan, tentatively titled Yellowstone, The Next Generation, was rumored to focus on the younger members of the Dutton family. This idea seemed like a natural progression, as the show's later seasons introduced key younger characters, such as Tate Dutton, John Dutton Jr., and Carter. However, fans expressed concerns about whether the next generation of Duttons could carry the weight of the franchise's legacy. A large part of Yellowstone's appeal lies in its central characters, particularly Kevin Costner's John Dutton, who embodies the rugged, morally ambiguous patriarch archetype. Without Costner anchoring the story, many wondered if the sequel could retain the gravitas and emotional depth that made the original a cultural phenomenon. Critics also questioned whether focusing on a younger cast would dilute the series' mature, gritty tone, potentially alienating its core audience. Enter The Replacement, a bold new frontier. The new project, tentatively named Yellowstone Legacy, shifts the focus from the Dutton family to the broader landscape of Montana and its surrounding regions. Rather than zeroing in on a single family dynasty, the series promises to explore multiple intersecting storylines involving ranchers, Native American tribes, government officials, and modern-day cowboys. This approach would expand the narrative scope, allowing Sheridan to delve into the socio-political and environmental issues that have always simmered beneath the surface of Yellowstone. Early reports suggest that Yellowstone Legacy will center around a conflict between a new breed of corporate ranchers and a coalition of local landowners determined to preserve their traditional way of life. The series will also examine the tensions between conservationists and those who view the land as a resource to be exploited. These themes are quintessentially Yellowstone, but the broader perspective offers a refreshing twist. Why fans are excited. The concept of Yellowstone Legacy has already generated considerable buzz, and there are several reasons why fans are more optimistic about this project than they were about the sequel. 1. Fresh characters, familiar world. While the Duttons are undeniably compelling, their story has reached a natural conclusion. Introducing new characters allows Sheridan to explore untapped corners of the Yellowstone universe without being constrained by existing narratives. Fans can look forward to meeting a diverse array of characters, each with their own unique perspectives and struggles. This approach also reduces the risk of comparisons to the original series, enabling the new project to stand on its own merits. 2. A broader narrative canvas. By shifting the focus from a single family to an entire community, Yellowstone Legacy has the potential to explore a wider range of stories and themes. This expanded scope aligns perfectly with Sheridan's strengths as a storyteller, particularly his ability to weave together multiple plot lines and create a rich tapestry of interconnected characters and events. Fans are eager to see how he balances the intimate personal dramas with the larger societal issues that define life in the modern American West. 3. Timely themes. The environmental and socio-political conflicts at the heart of Yellowstone Legacy resonate deeply with contemporary audiences. As debates over climate change, land use, and indigenous rights continue to dominate headlines, a series that tackles these issues head-on feels both relevant and necessary. Sheridan has always excelled at grounding his stories in real-world issues, and Yellowstone Legacy promises to be no exception. 4. Sheridan's expanding empire. With hits like 1883, 1923, and Mayor of Kingstown, Sheridan has proven his ability to create compelling spin-offs and standalone series. Fans trust his vision and storytelling prowess, and many believe that Yellowstone Legacy will continue his streak of excellence. The new project also benefits from the lessons learned during the production of earlier spin-offs, ensuring a polished and engaging final product.